wild job right now. As you might see, version 3, I think, on the bed setup now is what we have. And nice pass that truck earlier. Going to Edmonton the other day. Anyhow, yeah, so we're on a better setup now. The bed's a lot better. The stove and all that, or not stove, but the microwave and the fridge are a lot more better setup. And the Starlink is also better setup. So everything is just kind of refined, you know, just a little bit better performance. And a little bit safer, cleaner, nicer. Anyhow, as you saw this morning, we loaded these 2 flatbeds on. I just got done loading the truck on for Trans Mountain Pipeline. I think it's Trans Mountain something. It's the Trans Mountain Pipeline. I went to the camp. This truck's going in for a lease return. And then, yeah, there was 2, but I guess my other driver wasn't able to fit on his trailer. That's why we're grabbing this one. So other driver has a 36-foot gooseneck. He doesn't have a 40, and he was 18 inches shy of getting both trucks on the trailer. And they're short box trucks too. So I was like, eesh. It's like, whatever. It is what it is. It happens to the best of us. So since we're going to Edmonton anyways, I said I would grab the truck myself. Not paying too bad. The truck from Valemount to Edmonton is $900. The boxes that we picked up at the flatbeds, those are $1,500 for those, going from Merritt to Edmonton. And then we grabbed a dirt bike from Merritt to Edmonton. No, was it Ashcroft? Is it Ashcroft? Ashcroft to is it Ashcroft? No, Cache Creek to Edmonton for $800. So we're all in good chunk of change right now. We're about almost 5 G's, close to 4 G's, somewhere around there. I don't know. I think we're like 24, 30, maybe just a little over $3,000 to do 900 kilometers. Or in our American friends, that would be, I don't know, 600 maybe, or like 550 miles. I don't know. All I know, it's over $2 a mile. That's all I care about. And then hopefully we'll grab something. Got something coming back. We haven't quite locked it in yet, but there's a high probability we will have something coming back, because a 40-foot usually gets loaded pretty easily, and we have a couple contracts there as well. But yeah, so just figured to let you know what's going on. Thank God Highway 16 just opened. I'm not kidding you. I was planning to turn back around, go back Kamloops, up Highway 1, up to Red Deer, Calgary, Edmonton. And then I just got a notification on my GPS that Highway 16 has been opened to commercial vehicles. Cha-ching! That means we didn't have to detour 900 kilometers, which is nice. I hate detouring. It sucks. You make no money. My worst case scenario was I was going to wait tonight and jump on 93 and then jump on the 11. But then I guess I don't have to anymore. I can fill up in Hinton. I think I have enough fuel to get to Hinton. We'll be low on fuel. We'll definitely be closed, that's for sure. There's no fuel services for like 100 clicks or to Jasper, but we have 187. We're almost half a tank of diesel. I say I'm concerned, but we're burning 25 liters per 100. So we should be golden. We should be able to get to Jasper, no problem at all. We'll get fuel in Jasper if we need it, and we'll go from there. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video so far. Enjoying the load video, the time lapse, but we are hammered down and we're heading for Edmonton. And yeah, then we get to test out the new bed setup. Hopefully it works. I tilted my bed up a little bit on the end because I was finding that when I slept, depending on what the road conditions were, I was either sleeping with my head facing down, which is horrible to do, and I was getting stuffed up and everything. So I was like, so I had to adjust it so that way I'm always sleeping downward. It is what it is. But yeah, we'll see you guys soon. got a haircut. I had to get cleaned up, man. I looked homeless. I've been on the road for so long, I just need to get a haircut and get life back to normal. So we're on our way back home. We're deadheading home. We had a load. It was booked. Customer paid deposit. We showed up, and the vehicles are not ready to go. So we rescheduled, but we did tell them like it's going to cost $450 more because we came out. You should have told us it wasn't ready. So now we're deadheading back home. And well, we wouldn't have been deadheading if I was willing to take a cheap load. So I had a couple of dispatch companies call me because I guess they found out I was in the area. When I drive to Leduc, I've done a lot of work for dispatchers in Leduc, so when they see my truck, they go, oh, he's in town. It's something that happens when you get in this industry. It's going to happen to all you guys too. Yeah, I was not going to take 2 trucks for $1,200 to Vancouver. It's just not going to happen. So I don't know who is doing it or why these guys think that that's the market rate. But that market rate they can shove it. They want priority. They want dedicated load. Priority has to be down there for Monday. And I told them if you double it, I can get it there for Monday. They said the customer has a limit of $1,200 and they want their cut. So the actual payout would be closer to about $900. And I told him, sorry guy, I don't work for free. So have a nice day. And yeah, so, and everybody else is kind of in the same boat. They're all like lowering the prices, and I don't need to. I'm more than willing to drive deadhead back to my house in BC, because we got a couple of travel trailers coming up soon. Sunday we're picking up a travel trailer in Blue River, and that's going out to Edmonton. And then Monday we got a load going up to Fort McMurray, and then we got to be back in my place on Tuesday to pick up a travel trailer to drop off on Wednesday in a campsite, and then be down in Vancouver to pick up 2 cars, mind you, $2,800. So I don't know what world people are moving these damn cheap cars for, but I picked up 2 cars and booked that ages ago. Got it done. So kind of shocked me that these people are like chasing these $600, $500 deals, when like if you just stop taking those, the market price would increase and all of us would benefit from it. But no, people just keep taking cheap freight because they're like, oh, it's a race to the bottom and all the companies are doing this right now. I think there was like a report that came out recently that showed that like 40% of trucking companies right now are on the brink of bankruptcy. So I don't know what's happening or why, but these trucking companies are chasing the money down. They're trying to get more loads, but what they don't realize, or maybe, I don't know, you know what it is? I'm going to be brutally honest right now, okay? The rules changed in Canada for NSCs and everything else like that, okay? You got a lot of these foreign drivers, specifically from India, who are now destroying their records, and now they can no longer change company names to fix it. And they're now finding harder and harder to find jobs. People don't want to hire them anymore. These fucking fly-by-night car haulers, fucking fly-by-night hotshots, fly-by-night dry vanners. People are just kind of had enough of it. They're up to here with it. And you know it's bad when you have a company that's owned by East Indians, super nice guys, by the way. They're as genuine as they come. And they say themselves, they don't hire East Indian truck drivers. Like, that's pretty bad when your own race of people won't even hire you to do a job. Like, I don't know what's happening in the trucking industry, like on the semi side. I don't pay attention because it's not really something I have to worry about. But it sounds cruel to say that, but it's just the reality of what we're facing today. And it's disgusting at the same time. But it makes you wonder, like, if you guys are always chasing down to the bottom dollar and you're screwing up jobs or just fucking around or just not doing the job correctly, like, and you expect to get like a business successful. It's just not going to happen in today's day and era. You got to be pristine perfect, okay? Like, that is the reality of the situation. You get one bad review, that's it. Hang up the keys, you're done. It's just that. You might recover if you have like 50 freaking reviews every month, but eventually your name gets around and that's it. There's a couple of hotshots I've watched now who are my competitors, who were way bigger than my company. We're bragging high horse fucking last year about how much money they're making and how they're fucking getting new fleet, new trucks, hiring more people. And two of them recently, I was on a phone call with them and down the toilet. The company failed. They over leveraged themselves. They weren't financially wise. They bought brand new equipment, which was like $40,000 already overpriced, and just that they couldn't keep up with the payments when the market adjusted. And what they do, what was their solution? That's get anything we can on the trailers to move it down the road. What did that do? It drove the market down. And they relied on low boards, like a lot of companies do. And unfortunately, when you rely on a low board for your hotshot company or your trucking company in general, that bird's dead. That's two birds I've assassinated now on my way home. I have suicidal birds. They're all like flying into my front grill. But anyhow, oh, there's a fox or a coyote. That's a coyote. It's one of those circumstances where, like, if everyone chases everything down to the bottom dollar, it's whoever has the least amount of debt is going to win. That's who's going to win. Who has the minimum monthly payment? And if you have a guy who has, say, $2,000 of monthly payments on his truck, trailer, and insurance, which some guys do, right? You have a $10,000 truck, $50,000 truck, or something cheap. Maybe, like, more realistically, $4,000 a month, right? So you have $4,000 a month of minimum payments, and you're a big company and you have $100,000 of minimum payments, and you're chasing the same loads. Who's going to win? The big company's going to fail, because you can't stack a trailer high enough with $600 fucking cars to offset the cost of $100,000 fucking dollars. By the way, for $100,000, by the way, guys, you're probably looking at like maybe 9 trucks and 9 trailers. That's it. That's all it is. That you can get up to that payment every month just on that alone. So the guy who's paying $4,000 a month, 4 cars. Maybe after expenses, 8 cars. His expenses are paid for. Cleans his hands of the whole fucking situation. He can survive. But these big carriers are now failing left, right, center, and they're just offloading all this shit on the market. And then you have all these guys who are like, we're failing, we need more money, more loads, get fucking bid. And they fucking accept everything at like $400, $500, $600 to move cars. And then they're like, 6 months later, they're down the road, and they're like, we've lost everything, we're bankrupt, and we don't know why. Well, that's because you allowed the market to take advantage of you and lower the price down to the fucking toilet. Now, this is a semi-problem, okay? I've never built my business on the backs of a low board, okay? I built my business by door knocking, handing out flyers, getting my name in the community, and expanding out and naturally growing slowly. I liked growing slow. I could easily have gone out, got $1 million, 5 drivers, 5 trailers, and sent it down the road and have a big ass payment, okay? Did not want to do that. I wanted to just naturally grow with just using the company, paying for its own upgrades, paying down the debt, all these other things, okay? My business has $100,000 in debt. That's it. And that's just because we need to, all right? It's just for tax incentives that we need to do that. We have the cash, or I guess the capital. We're liquid enough where we could pay off those trucks and trailers if push came to shove. If we had to shut down, we have the cash and backup. Most guys don't. I've actually been talking to a lot of my competition, and you know, just open dialogue. Some guys you just cannot bring to the table to be realistic with their pricing. But a lot of guys are out there, they're just thinking the same thing. They're new, they're like, fuck, I'm losing my shirt. I have a really high truck payment because they bought in 2021 or 2022, and high trailer payments, high insurance, and they're all like, what do we do? And it's like, well, control the market. I've been giving some guiding hands on a few people now of how they can help each other out. And I have given loads to my competition because competition is good for the market if we all work together. It's beneficial to the customer, it's beneficial to us, it's beneficial to the brokers. It's a win-win-win all the way around if we all work together. But if you got a guy who's out there for himself, who's going to underbid everyone, he's hurting himself at the end of the day, because no one's going to want to work with him. He's screwing the market up. Customers are going to get upset, because when you have a low-paying job, do you think you put in the same amount of effort as you would for a high-paying job? If you just said to yourself, oh, I absolutely would, you're full of shit. You're lying to yourself. No one's going to put in the same amount of effort into that job, right, as a low-paying job. I'm sorry, if a guy's paying you $2,000 to take his car, you're going to take care of that car. You're going to wash that car when you get to delivery, and you're going to make sure it's perfect. When you take a car for $400, you're not going to give a shit about it. You're not going to wash it because you're making no money on the job as it is, right? This is just the reality of the market. So, in a roundabout way, I give 6 months to most of these car carriers are fucking, all their trucks are at auction. Because the one guy that we spoke to today, well, I spoke to, not we, I spoke to today, he was telling me that he's struggling to get loads. Like, he's maxing out the trailer, going to Ontario and Edmonton, that's his route. And he says that he's losing money on every trip. He's just covering the bills. And I told him, if everyone just turned around one day and just said, sorry, this is the cost now. If every trucker in the industry that does car hauling or does freight hauling just turned around and said, hey, this is the price, that would be the price. When you're sitting there like racing to the bottom of all each other, and it like, back to the East India things, it's only East Indians that are doing it. They're taking all the loads and hurting themselves. Like, come on, guys, you want it to be in Canada? You got to be smart about it. Don't fucking sit here and work your dick off and just make no money doing it. What's the point? You're not going to be home. You're not going to be with your family. You're working your dick off. You're stressing yourself out. You're running your equipment hard, and you're making no money doing it. That's boring. It's like, what's the point of being on the road for that? I don't get it. Like, I just don't understand how these guys can just do that. Like, they just, like, 6 months I'm going to be living on the razor edge of debt, of losing everything. And it's just like, and none of them ever listen to you. They don't listen. Most truck drivers are so ego driven that they can't step back from their own ego and go, hey, maybe because you're a hotshot, maybe you have some good advice for us. Like, come on. Like, I always listen to truckers. When they talk to me, like, they give me some pointers, they help me out. I listen. I go, okay, maybe there's something I'm doing different or I can do differently. Like with strapping, loading, backing up, whatever. I listen to the old guys and determine, like, hey, maybe if you did this, this, and this, you could change this up. Yeah, you're right. And sometimes I take it, like, sometimes I realize, like, you're wrong, but, you know, I don't let my ego get in the way of that, because of the fact it's like, the moment you say you're not learning anything is the day you should hang up your keys. That's, in my opinion. Every day is a school day, as my friend Brent would say. And this is just the reality of the whole system. So, yeah, hopefully, like, we get out of this little rut of cars. Like, I'm not really a big car mover, to be fair. I do move them when the money's there, and the money's there. The customers I have, they always pay top dollar, man. They have an expectation. That's the thing. When you have high-paying clients, they have a high expectation, and you better damn well meet it. And that's just how it is. But most customers, like we just picked up a truck for a Trans Mountain Pipeline, right? I told the guy, I'm not going to name the company here because they're new. I don't want them to get burns, okay? But I told him how much I charged to move a truck to their warehouse. And by the way, that truck still has to go to Ontario or Quebec, okay? He turned around and said that he couldn't believe it. I got paid more to haul that truck from Valemont to Edmonton, or Leduc, then he's going to pay a 9-car hauler to haul it from Leduc to Quebec. Let that sink in for a minute. I drove less than 600 kilometers, and I'm going to make more than a guy who's going to do 3,000. Like, who sat there and took that job? That's insane. Anyhow, my wife's calling me. Right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry, the wife called. So yeah, so these guys just like, I literally just laughed out of the room. I just, when he asked me to take 2 trucks, and I was like, for $1,200, I was like, what? so I could burn the fuel and make no money? No, thank you. I will skip that whole situation. But yeah, the guy going to Quebec is making less than what I charged them to bring that truck to Leduc. And that's apparently the market value. But I don't know what market you're in. But I guess, yeah, getting $10,000 a load. Well, no, yeah, from Leduc to Quebec, I think he said it was like $1,200 or something like that for a car. That's what he's billing out at. And I just laughed. I was like, you realize I just picked that truck up and brought it here for $1,300. And he's just like, well, you know, you're a hotshot and you have a contract with these guys and blah 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 blah. And I was like, you ever thought of maybe just like tell them no? You don't have to accept every load. Like, come on. Stupid. Just stupid. If you are a foreign driver in Canada, okay, and someone's trying to screw you over on money, tell them to step on Legos. Like, just, you're here to work, you're here to make money, and, you know, do what you can do. Like, don't accept these shitty fucking loads. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It's a nice little international. It's absolute crock of bullshit that people are having this happen to them. And it's only happened to foreign drivers. And I'm going to say this, and like I said, it's very blunt and might be insulting. So if you have hurt feelings, take it up with someone else. I don't give a shit. They're taking advantage of foreign drivers right now. Absolutely are. Because no one who's like a true Canadian, like fucking just a normal Canadian who's been here his whole life, none of us are accepting these shitty loads. They're getting all these guys who are in from East India or fucking Pakistan or fucking Russia, Ukraine, all these fucking foreign drivers, which we do need. The market needs them. But they're just taking advantage of it because they're like, if you don't work, you have to go back home. So we're going to take advantage of you because we know you have to do this. Like, how fucking monstrous do you have to be, in my opinion? Anyhow, that was my rant. But I'm just letting you guys know. I apologize if your hurt feelings got hurt. I don't care. I'm just Canadian, so I say sorry all the time, so you're going to have to accept it. I was about to say I'm sorry, but it is what it is. We're the stereotype. Yes, we say sorry all the time. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed time lapse. There will be another video coming soon of doing a fifth wheel. And yeah, have a safe drive. Keep your rubber side down, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.